Hello viewers, I am Taram Kumar Gondwal, Assistant Professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. The following video is prepared as per the syllabus and course outline of Maharshi Dayanand University. However, there are mostly general topics which cover the working and theoretical aspects of civil engineering. For best understanding and conceptualizing clearly, please do not skip the video and watch till end. At the end of the video and each topic and each section, we will be discussing about the related important questions, feasibility and working application. Let's start the video. Hello students, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this session, we'll continue with the numerical which we left in the previous session, and we'll start with the design for moments now. So as we have already found the moments, we'll find the corresponding effective depths over which moment acts and the reinforcement required. So design for moments is step 4. Design for longitudinal moment and for transfer moment under column C1 and C2 are made as shown in table this one. The bottom reinforcement for transverse moments are placed below the bottom reinforcement for longitudinal movement, and it is given by 0.12% of gross cross-sectional area. So it is 0.12 of 1000 into 1110 upon 100, and it gives 1332 mm square per mm. So we'll provide 20 mm dia bars at 220 center to center spacing. So this gives actual AST, area of steel, as 1428 mm square plus per meter. The reinforcement details are shown in the figure. So for longitudinal span moment, which we found as 2882.81 in the previous session, it gives effective depth as D minus cover minus half of the dia of bar. So it gives 1060, and the value of B would be capital B, so it will be 3.75 meters, and AST will be 7870 mm square, and which is not less than 0.0012 PD. So this will be 2099 meter square per meter. So we'll provide 20 mm dia bars at 140 mm center to center spacing, and it gives actual CC as area of steel as 2244 mm square per meter. Next is longitudinal support moment, and its value was 847.262, and the value of D, because in this case we'll subtract both the cover, so we'll get it as D minus 40 minus 20 minus 20 by 2, and B value would be same. AST would be 1332 mm square per m, and if we provide 20 mm dia bars at 220 mm cc, then we get actual area of steel as 1428 mm square per meter. Then next is transverse moment under column C1 MUT1, and it will be 792.1875 as we know, and the D value would be same as the longitudinal span moment, and B value would be BF1 plus D, so it will be 450 plus 1060, and it gives 1510 mm. And similarly AST, it should not be less than 0.0012 BD, so it should not be less than this value. So we'll provide actual AST is 1410.6, and if you provide 20 mm dia at 220 center to center spacing, the AST would be 1428 mm square per meter. And similarly transverse moment under column C2. MUT is 1240.3125, D value is 1060, B value is 2720, BF2 plus 2D, and AST would be 1428 mm square plus mm, and if we provide 20 mm die at 220 center to center spacing. So this is how our section will look like now. ये वाले 20 mm डाया बार्स हैं जिनकी सेंटर टू सेंटर स्पेसिंग 220 mm है. ये जो डेप्थ है 1110 mm है. क्लियर कवर ऑफ 40 mm. ये वाले जो बार्स हैं 20 mm डाया बार्स हैं जो 220 mm सेंटर टू सेंटर स्पेसिंग पे हैं. सिमिलरली ये वाला बार भी सेम है और 80 mm का लेवलिंग कोर्स है बेस पे. यही सेम इसका प्लान कुछ इस तरीके से दिखेगा. Next concept is curtailment of reinforcement in this numerical. So reinforcement provided for longitudinal beam action at the bottom of footing slab is governed by minimum area of steel and therefore it cannot be curtailed. तो इसकी curtailing possible नहीं है. Curtailment of alternate longitudinal bars at the top of footing slab shall result in area of reinforcement less than minimum area of steel. Therefore, it is not curtailed. These bars are extended into the support and a minimum length is given by this formula LD by 3. So, for 1 meter, it will be 1 by 3 multiplied by 0.87 Fy, pi upon tau BD. So, this expression becomes in this form. And we get the value as 315 mm. Now next is check for development length. The following conditions for development length of longitudinal bars at simply supported and at point of inflection should be satisfied. So at simply supported end, LD should be less than equal to 1.3 mu1 upon Vu plus LD, and where mu1 is moment capacity of section and given the maximum design moment because all the bars are continuing into the support, and it is given by 28 and the value is 2882.1 kilonewton meter. Bu is shear force at the support and we found out it to be 1908.228 kilonewton, and LD is anchorage length beyond the center of support and the value is given by 315 minus 450 by 2. So it becomes 90 mm. So putting in all the values here, we get 1 by 3 MUL upon VU plus LD. This will give the value of capital LD. So putting in all the values, we get capital value of capital LD as 2053.35 mm. And it should be the value which we found, it should be, if it is 2053 and it is greater than and it is less than 9540, so this is safe because LD was 9540, and as we discussed here, according to this condition, LD should be less than or equal to this value, so hence it is safe. And at the point of inflection, the condition for development length LD less than equal to mu1 upon Vu plus LD shall be satisfied because the moment capacity is the same as that the simply supported end. Shear force has much smaller value than that at the simply supported end, and LD has larger value than that at the simply supported end. For development of transverse reinforcement, the following condition should be satisfied. Length of bar beyond the face of pedestal should be less than LD or 0.5 B minus BF minus clear cover of 25, and it should also be less than LD. If we put all the values, we get 0.5 multiplied by B is 3750 mm minus BF is 500 and clear cover of 25 mm minus 25, and it should be less than, should not be less than 0.87 Fy upon 4 tau BD. So This value comes out to be 1600 mm, and it is less than, and it is not less than 940.23 mm. So the condition is satisfied. Now next is check for shear. As we know that the thickness of footing slab is based on shear consideration already, क्योंकि सिंगल वन वे shear में ही वैल्यू सबसे ज्यादा आई थी डेप्थ की, so it is safe in shear without shear reinforcement. So we'll do one more numerical, which is on mat foundation. So the question is like this: design a mat foundation for columns as shown in this figure. All columns are of section 400 mm by 400 mm, and their spacing and loads are given in the figure itself. Weight of soil is given as WE, which is its value is 20 kN per meter cube. Angle of repose phi is 30 degree. Allowable bearing capacity of soil Q0 is 100 kN per meter square. Grade of concrete is M20 and grade of steel is Fe415. So you can see all columns are 400 by 400 mm, and the loads acting are represented. On the edge columns you can see 750 kN, and on these middle columns 1000 kN is acting. The center to center spacing here is 4 meters, and in this direction it is 5 meters. So first is to calculate depth of foundation, and it is given by this formula: Q0 upon 20, Q0 upon WE, that is 20, multiplied by 1 minus sine 30 degree upon 1 plus sine 30 degree whole square, and the value comes out to be 0.56 meter. So on the safer side, we'll consider it 1 meter. So the foundation is located at a depth of 1 meter below which the soil is not subjected to seasonal volume change, as we have always discussed. Footing dimension is determined by the formula. Area of footing L into B is given by total load from columns plus assumed self weight of 0.1 into total load from columns divided by Q0. So if we put all the values in here, we get it as 77 meter square. This is the area of footing. Now consider the footing of dimension as 16 mm by 5 mm as shown in the figure itself, this one. So the center of gravity of footing coincides with the total load from columns. So this is how our column is 1600 mm by 5000 mm. Thickness of footing. The thickness of footing may be governed either by movement, maximum moments, or by maximum one way shear. जैसा कि अभी हम करते जा रहे हैं, तो उसका एक क्रिटिकल सेक्शन हम डिजाइन कर लेंगे कि किस केस में जो भी मैक्सिमम आएगी डी की वैल्यू उसको हम कंसिडर कर लेंगे. So width of transverse edge strips BE is given by load from columns on edge strip divided by length of strip into P, where P is net upward soil pressure, and it is given by this formula: 4 times this value load acting. So 4 multiplied by 750, because there are 4 columns on which 750 kilonewton is acting. This one, this one, this one, and this one. So 4 multiplied by 750 plus 4 multiplied by 1000, क्योंकि 4 कॉलम पे 1000 का लग रहा है, and it is divided by length of strip by P. So 16 into 5 is equals to 87.5 kilonewton per meter square. So this is the value of P, net upward pressure. अब इस वैल्यू को इस फॉर्मूला में पुट करेंगे, so we get BE as 3.429 मीटर. इसमें हमने इसको इस सारी यूनिट को एरिया से डिवाइड कर दिया है. Similarly, the width of intermediate transverse strips BI is given by 2 into 1000 upon 5 into 87.5। तो इंटरमीडिएट ट्रांसफर स्ट्रिप्स, जो यहाँ पे ट्रांसफर स्ट्रिप्स बनेंगे इंटरमीडिएट, दो कॉलम्स के बीच में, उनको एरिया से डिवाइड कर देंगे। The analysis for longitudinal and transverse strips are made for ultimate bending moment and shear force as shown in the figure. The bending moment and shear force are expressed as per unit width of strips. Therefore, bending moment and shear force for both edge and intermediate transverse strips are identical because of identical loads per unit width of strips. क्योंकि load identical है, इसलिए इस तरीके से इसको डिजाइन करेंगे. Next is thickness of footing based on moments. तो अभी मोमेंट्स के बेसिस पे सेम फॉर्मूला यूज करके हम थिकनेस डिटरमिन करेंगे, एंड इट इज गिवन बाय दिस फॉर्मूला वेयर XUL upon D is 0.479. Again, all the same values for Fe415. So the value of mu max, maximum multimode moment in longitudinal transverse shape, would be 326.6 kilonewton per meter. B value is taken as 1 meter. So it gives D as, if we put all the values here, we get D as 343.9 mm. So this is the net upward pressure acting per unit width. And this is bending moment diagram, and this is shear force diagram. Individual forces acting on each column. Now thickness of footing based on shear. So it is given by this formula, Vu max is equals to tau UC upon V naught D, as you know, and the value of Vu max is given by this formula, 390.16 multiplied by 2.973 minus 0.2 minus D upon 2.793, and the value of V naught comes out to be 1000 mm. Because it is for 1 meter, we are considering it for 1 meter. So this is for transverse strip, जिस केस में खाली बीच के दो ही कॉलम्स थे. So this is shear force and this is bending moment diagram. Now the tau UC K, and the value is taken as 1.0 or 0.36. The value is 0.36 Newton per mm square. So if we put the values in this formula again, we get the value of D as 0.741 meter. Therefore, thickness of footing is governed by 1 by shear, and the D value will be 741 mm. So the overall depth would be 741 plus K clear over of 40 mm plus assumed dia of 20 divided by 2. So this will be 791, and on safer side we'll take it as 800 mm. So effective depth actual would be 750 mm. Now next is design for moments. Design for transverse moments and longitudinal moments are shown in the table below. The bottom and top reinforcement for transverse moments are placed above the bottom reinforcement and below the top reinforcement for longitudinal moments respectively, because the transverse moments are smaller than the longitudinal moments. So at end span longitudinal moment, it is given by 253.3 kN meter per meter, and effective depth would be D minus 40 minus 20 by 2, and it will be 750. And reinforcement is 961 mm square plus meter, and it should not be less than 0.012 times of PD. So because we have to provide, this is the AST, so we'll provide 16 mm dia bars spaced at 200 mm center to center. So as per this, actual area of steel would be 1005 mm square per meter. Next is interior span longitudinal moment. So it is given by 83.6 Newton meter per meter, and D value would be D minus 40 minus 20 by 2, and it will be 750 mm. Area of steel is 316 mm square per meter, and it is 960 mm square per meter. So we'll provide 16 mm dia bars at 200 mm center to center spacing, and actual area accordingly would be 1005 mm square per meter. Then next is interior support longitudinal movement, and it is given by 326.6 kilonewton meter per meter, and in this case the value of effective depth would be 750 mm, and area of steel would be 1250 mm square plus mm. So for this we'll provide 16 mm dia bars spaced at 150 mm center to center. So the actual area provided would be 1340 mm square per meter. Next is end support longitudinal moment, and its value is 16.41 kilonewton meter per meter. D value is again 750 mm. Area of steel is 163 mm square per meter. So we'll provide same reinforcement as at interior support of 16 mm dia at 150 mm center to center spacing. Then transverse support moment, the value is 16.4 kilonewton meter per meter again. D value is 730. Subtracting from both sides, as you can see here, 20 minus 20 by 2. And the AST is 61 mm square per meter. So we'll provide 16 mm dia bars at 200 mm center to center spacing. So it will give actual AST as 1005 mm square per meter. And transverse span moment, MUPT, is 246.1 kilonewton meter per meter. The D value is same as this case, which is 730 mm, and AST is 961 mm square per mm. So we'll provide 16 mm dia bar spaced at 200 mm center to center, and area of steel is 1005 mm square plus mm. Actual area according to this provision of bars. Next is curtailment of reinforcement. As the transverse reinforcement at the end and bottom of slab and longitudinal reinforcement at the top of slab are governed by minimum area of steel, therefore it cannot be curtailed. तो क्योंकि हमने जो कंसिडरेशंस किए हैं ऊपर, ये आप देख पा रहे हैं, मिनिमम एरिया ऑफ स्टील को कंसिडर करके हम एरिया ऑफ स्टील निकाल रहे हैं, तो इसको और ज्यादा कर्टेल नहीं किया जा सकता. Curtailment of alternate longitudinal reinforcement at the bottom slab shall result in area of steel less than minimum area of steel, therefore its curtailment is not made. These bars are extended into the support, and this minimum length is given by this formula. LD by 3 is equals to 1 by 3 multiplied by 0.87 F by 5 upon 4 times tau BD. So this is 1.3, 1 upon 3 multiplied by 0.87 F by is 415, and the value of phi that is provided dia bars is minimum value is 16, and it is divided by 4 times of tau BD. So the value approximately comes out to be 251 mm, and it is for 16 mm dia bars. And if we provide 20 mm dia bars, then the value comes out to be 314 mm. If you use value of phi is 20. So the reinforcement bars are extended up to the ends of footing with a clear curve of 25 mm, giving greater anchorage length LD as 500 minus 25 as 475 mm, as shown in this figure. ये total, ये overall, ये जो effective depth, this is 800. Leveling force again 80 mm, clear cover of 40 mm. This bar is 16 mm dia bars. These one, which are placed at spacing of 200 mm center to center. This is 16 mm dia bars placed at 150 mm center to center spacing. And these are the similar bars. And this one is similar to this one, but with 200 mm center to center spacing. Next is check for development length. The following conditions for development length of longitudinal and transverse reinforcement are checked at simply supported end, and at the point of inflections. So longitudinal reinforcement. The conditions for development length and longitudinal reinforcement are checked, and at simply supported end it is given by LD is less than or equal to mu1 upon vu plus LD, and where mu1, as you know, is moment capacity of the section, and it is given by maximum design moment because all the bars are continuing into the support. So the value is 253.3 kN meter, and vu is shear force at the support, and the value is 266.09 kilonewton. And LD is anchorage length beyond the center of support, and the value is 475 mm, which we found. So we'll put the values and compute for 1.3 of mu1 upon vu plus LD. So this value becomes 1712.5 mm, and it is greater than LD, which is 760 mm, so it is safe. So this was always today's session. I hope you guys will study, and we'll meet in the next lecture. Till then, have a great time. Thank you. I hope you guys could understand and correlate the topics taught in today's session. If there is any query or subject matter issue, feel free to mail me at the given email ID. Live discussion sessions could also be used for discussion of doubts. Thank you.